Hey guys, welcome to Lucy English. And today I want to practice reading uh, an article about Halloween. Halloween is yesterday, but today we'll read about Halloween, okay? The first one is the origins of Halloween. If you think of Halloween, you probably, say it again. The origins of Halloween. If you think of Halloween, you probably think of scary pumpkins and all kinds of fancy dress and children asking for sweets. And if you think of a country that celebrates Halloween, you probably think of the United States first. Americans and Canadians have adopted Halloween in a big way, but Halloween traditions actually come from 16th century Ireland, Scotland, and England. The tradition of Halloween on 31 October comes from the ancient Celtic festivals of Samhain. Samhain was Celtic New Year and they celebrated it on 1st November because that was the end of summer and harvest time and the beginning of winter. It's dead. Okay, actually harvest time is life and begin of winter is for death. It was also the time for gods to return to earth for a day. People lit a big fire, wore special clothes made of animal skin, and hoped to be safe from the ghosts in the winter. In AD 609, the Catholic Church put a Christian Christian celebrations of All Saints' Day on November. In AD 1000 the Church added All Souls' Days onto November, and All Hallows' Eve or Halloween moved to the night of the 31. Pumpkins. The cells carve faces into vegetables like turnips, potatoes, and sword. A pumpkin is a kind of sword. To scare the ghosts and other spirits and make them go away. It was sometimes called a jack-lantern because of an Irish story about a man, Jack. He played a trick of the devil and then had to walk the earth for all times as a punishment. Irish people who came to live in the United States in the 1800s found pumpkins much easier to carve, and the tradition became the one we see today. Fancy dress. The Celts were afraid of ghosts that came on Samhain. If they went outside after dark, they covered their faces with masks. They hoped any ghosts they met would think they were ghosts too and would leave them alone. In early America, the Native Americans and the first Europeans celebrated the end of harvest, but not Halloween. When Irish people arrived, the harvest festival started to look more like Halloween, and it became popular across the country. In the late 19th century, people tried to make Halloween less about ghosts and religions and more about celebrating the season with a party for neighbors and family. That's why Americans today wear all kinds of Halloween costumes and not just scary things like witches and ghosts like in other countries. Trick or treat. That is another tradition that began in Europe, this time in England. When the church introduced All Souls' Days, rich people gave poor people soul cakes, a small cake made with spices and raisins. It replaced the Celtic tradition of leaving food outside houses for ghosts. Going a sewing was popular in England, and for hundreds of years until about 1930s, the Americans kept the tradition. But today, children knock on people's doors and ask for sweets. Going trick-or-treating is so popular that a quarter of sweets for the year in the United States are sold for this one day. Now, what about the rest of the world? Halloween has become the United States' second biggest commercial festival after Christmas. Halloween is also celebrated in other countries, but it's not as big as in the United States. Even in the countries where the traditions began, Mexico celebrates the Day of the Dead from 31 October to 2 November, and some of its traditions, like giving gifts or sugar skulls, are starting to mix with Halloween. In this way, the celebration of Halloween continues to change as the new traditions join the oldest of Celtic one. Okay, this is all about the Halloween, and thank you for watching my video today, and I hope to see you in the next video. If you have any feedback for my reading, just leave in the comment box. Thank you very much and see you.